you're on top of the down, sister. Boy, I tell you, I miss her. Yes, yes, y'all, if you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, if you don't stop.
Before rapper Common took home a Golden Globe and an Oscar win alongside John Legend for their original song Glory for the film Selma in 2014.
Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now.
Before starring alongside Hollywood A-listers in films like American Gangster, Terminator Salvation, and AMC's Hell on Wheels.
What are you smiling at?
You empty.
Before Common decided to sign with Kanye West's label, Good Music. Before he had beef with Drake after his ex Serena Williams broke it off to start seeing the Sixth God.
You know, I actually like you as an artist. That's what I was thinking about Drake. And then it eventually became where I think he was like, look, man, I feel like you disrespecting me too.
Rapper Common, born Lonnie Lynn Jr, started rapping in high school with two of his friends, and they were so good they actually opened for Big Daddy Kane and N.W.A. He later chose to go solo under the name Common Sense, but as he got older he thought rap had sold out and made a point to make positive and insightful lyrics. But a diss in one of his tracks led to a feud with Ice Cube and then a lawsuit.
You gotta handle that beef like a vegetarian, you know what I'm saying?
What is going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the rise to fame of rapper and actor Common, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, I've done a whole bunch of rappers on this channel, and you guys keep requesting Kodak Black, so rest assured it will be on its way shortly, but as always, let me know in the comments down below who you want me to document next. Lonnie Lynn Jr. was born on March 13, 1972 in Chicago, Illinois. His mother is an educator, Dr. Mahaly Ann Hines, and his father, Lonnie Lynn, was an ABA basketball player and now, well, he's a youth counselor. His parents, they divorced when he was only 6 years young, but both continue to help to raise their young Lonnie. While enrolled at Luther High School, he formed C.D.R., a rap group with two of his childhood friends, him, Corey Crawley, and Dion Wilson, and they began saving up their money to record demo tapes in studio and actually started to get some radio play. Soon they were opening for Big Daddy Kane and N.W.A. Yeah, the boys had made it. Following high school, Lonnie had earned for himself a business scholarship and he was off to attend Florida A&M University. That was great news for him, but bad news for the rap group, because from there, well, they fell apart. He only spent a few years at school and then decided to drop out to invest all his time and efforts into creating his first solo album. Yes, he got there and he was doing business, but he knew what his passion. Did I Borrow $1 was released that year under the artist name Common Sense. His music style was incredibly different as well, with a more jazz-influenced bass and spacey effects. He also gave audiences a more positive alternative to the gangster rap that was dominating the radio stations at the time. Those are actually my favorite kind of rap songs, but who am I to say? Just a guy who hosts these bios. Anyway, Common Sense, he followed that up with another album, Resurrection, 2 years later. In one of his tracks, I Used to Love Her, well, he talks about how hip-hop has gone downhill.
Now black music is black music and it's all good. I wasn't salty, she was with the boys in the hood.
His lyrics, they sparked a feud between him and Ice Cube, but the positive thing about a rap beef is that it will almost always increase one's popularity. If you want to know more about that beef, well, check out his track, The Bitch in You.
See the bitch in you when you don't speak your mind. The bitch in you. Look at me in my line, I see the bitch in you.
Around this time, a ska band, who were also using the name Common Sense, they decided to sue the rapper, so he used some of his own and saved some cash and just shortened his moniker to that of Common. He then released the album One Day It'll All Make Sense. Sense. Yeah, Common. I see what you did there. Anyway, the album, it took a little longer to produce, but when it finally came out in '97, it would be critically praised and featured big name talents like Lauryn Hill, De La Soul, Q-Tip, Questlove from the Roots, and Cannabis. Yeah, he was hanging out in good company. His album made it all the way to number 12 on the charts and landed him a deal with MCA Records. Common relocated to New York City, and by the millennium, his music had influenced young rappers and inspired new subgenres of rap. Yeah, people really liked what he had to say. Also, the guy's got some serious style. He's a good looking dude, like the Black Mr. Clean. He's that handsome. As well as continuing to make music, Common started to focus on his acting career and made his first television appearance in 2003 on the sitcom Girlfriends. It was in the 3rd season, episode 12. I looked everywhere for a clip, I couldn't find it. Instead, I found this.
Things aren't always as they seem, so Ronnie, why don't you just tell us exactly what you saw, okay?
I saw a hoochie all over her husband at the Red Lobster.
Alright, that was a different bald-headed guy. but it was a pretty funny clip. Common's role on the show was small, but after his next album release, his acting career would begin to take off. In 2005, he released B, an album Kanye West produced almost entirely on his own. West had just released College Dropout the year before, and he was still one of the hottest new faces in hip-hop. Common's album was nominated for 6 Grammys, sold 800,000 copies, and made the rapper into a star.
Would grab her, fantasize when I had her in the bathroom sweating with a suck. The body of a dancer.
From there, the talented rapper turned actor was able to land big roles in some big titles like American Gangster and Terminator Salvation. Yeah, I know Arnold isn't really in that film, but it was still pretty good. Musically, he would continue to increase his audiences, dropping 10 albums to date. And the rest of the story? Well, you know the story because this is before they're famous. My name is Michael McCrudden. Thanks for checking out my personal channel. We do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. I've done a bunch of rappers, like I'm gonna guess 150 of them. But you guys always have new recommendations of who I should do next, so continue to leave those down below. Let me know what your favorite Common song is as well. For me, it's Sex for Sugar. Yeah, once made love to that in Cuba. It was really good. I've said too much. See you guys in another video.
Let's go back and look at that. Let's see what Lonnie did to Oprah here, or didn't do to Oprah here, because Oprah's got her hand up, and oh my God.